Welcome to Unboxed RC. My name's Dave. I'm here with another product today. This is the Emax Nanohawk, and I have been really excited about this product ever since it leaked that it was coming out, and I know it's out now, and a few of you have already been flying it, but this is an incredible addition from Emax into the indoor 65mm tiny whoop racing drone class, as we'll call it. Has an FPV camera on it, some tiny little motors, and innovative prop guard design, and I'm really excited to get my hands on this and get it flying and see what this is all about. I've loved every product that I've ever got from Emax. The Baby Hawks, the Hawk 5s, the Hawk Sports, everything is an incredible product coming from Emax, and I expect this to be nonetheless. Let's open it up and see what's inside here today. So, in the box, it does say Nanohawk Beginner Indoor Nano Racing Drone. I don't know how beginner it's going to be, having to be bind and fly, so I know that I'm going to have to bind my receiver to this as well, and going to have to probably set it up in beta flight as well. Usually the plug and plays come plug and play and beginner friendly. This is more somebody who knows what they're doing, although it's not rocket science anymore. The software that we use on our computers has become so much easier for beginners to get in, and you don't have to build it. There is no configuring and switching motor wires or updating BL Heli or any of that crazy FPV drone racing mumbo jumbo, but I still don't think this is a great drone for a beginner. The Easy Pilot from Emax may be something more up the never touched FPV before. Maybe for your first or second FPV drone, this might be where it's at. But we're gonna open it up and find out what's all inside here. Ooh, opening it up, looks great. We got right off the bat a card for manual support. I love the QR codes now. Back in the day when QR codes, you had to have your own app. All iPhones now, and I think even Android phones, you just pop open your camera app, scan straight to it, and it pulls it right up from your camera. So you don't even need to install an app, and it gets you straight there. I also am a tree-hugging hippie. Wow! So I love the reduced use of paper instead of the big fold-out manuals and everything they used to have with it. It's much easier to go through and just check it online. On the back, here's all your support. Need help? Emax USA, Emax Model International. Here's your online resources. And one thing I do love about Emax is their knowledge base online. Anything you ever need, when I'm going back through and having to switch out my VTX on my Emax Hawk Sport 5, it's so easy to just find the information on their knowledge base and be able to update it there. Straight from the actual pinouts of their flight controllers and boards to how to set it up in beta flight, it's all there. And even like the code, we call them CLI dumps, they have it all there. Easy to make for you, easy to do. Emax is a wonderful, absolutely, company moving the hobby forward. Give you some stickers as well in the box. So we've got stickers, we've got manual coming in, the bread and butter. This is what I'm excited about. It is the Nanohawk in the flesh. These revolutionary prop guards kind of keep the ducted design away. I'm really excited to see how this flies because of the added efficiency of not getting it robbed by such enclosed propellers and ducts, as they are called. They're not necessarily ducts on a tiny whoop, they're more propeller guards, and rob the efficiency of most motors. So I'm really excited to see how this thing flies with its wide open guards here. Obviously not much going on there in the middle. It's just your Runcam Racer Nano3. It's a Runcam on this thing with a tiny, tiny little lens. I'm used to the micro and nano class for our 5-inch racing quads, but this is absolutely incredible. I love the feel of this. It feels nice and kind of flexible. We'll see how it holds up to crashes, but I'm really loving this thing so far. This is just incredible. And single board down there for your flight controller and ESC, and it looks like a VTX or maybe another piece sitting on top with a button. I'm going to say that's the VTX. But right there you can see that the USB port is nice and open and exposed. We're going to need to plug that into beta flight to be able to set that up properly. Other than that, let's get this down. Let's see what else is in the box here. So we have our drone in the box. We have a charging board, another USB charging board. This looks like the old PH 2.0 connectors for a tiny whoop, but I see in here as well there are some adapters plugging in from those traditional tiny whoop batteries now into the new GNB 27 connector. So very similar to how Beta FPV released the BT 2.0 connector. This kind of expands upon it and looks very similar on the lead distance there. Here is the brand new 300 milliamp hour single cell battery. Now this fits very nice and flush up to the bottom of this unit with the GNB 27 connector to make sure you don't plug it in the wrong way, and a nice secure connection, going to give you a little bit more power and amperage throughput than a traditional tiny Whoop connector. And I'm thinking these 0802 19,000 kV motors are absolutely going to need all of the power that's in this battery to get this thing going at high speeds to keep it going in a race. But I expect this thing to be a competitive racer for indoor FPV flying. I'm really excited about this as well because one of our buddies, Lonnie King FPV, you might know him if you're in the drone racing circles, but he's been racing with this for the winter season here with our Whoop racing, and maybe Matt's gonna put in some footage here of it racing around on a track and being competitive in a Whoop race. I'm really excited to get these out to a Whoop track as well. I've been flying the Beta Meteor 65 pretty much exclusively for the past 2 years with some upgraded tiny Whoop motors, of course, but I love the feel of it and I'm really excited to add a new Whoop to my indoor racing stable. I'm really excited about that. In here as well, we've cleared out our battery connectors, our battery, our manual and support, a little charging board for us, and some extra props. Oh, there's another one! All for matching props. So these are the brand new Emax Nanohawk propellers. They do have a 1mm motor shaft, so they can be compatible to almost any 0802, 0603 kind of brushless motor in there for you drone racing guys who understand all that mumbo jumbo. Pretty much they're just basically tiny micro motors, and this prop shaft is adaptable to almost any other motor on the market of this size. Can't say a lot to everything else adaptable in there. The VTX, the flight controller, and the receiver are all kind of built in one. Traditional Emax stuff, the 5-inch racers give you a little bit more playroom to switch out your components. With something on this scale, and I know my Baby Hawk in the past, better off keeping it with Emax parts. Everything works proprietary, better together, and especially with no connectors now on this, keeping the weight down to 20.25 grams, I think, on the scale. This is an absolutely incredible little FPV drone. So we're gonna get it bound up and set up in beta flight, get it plugged in, get it charged up, and I wanna see what this thing could do. This is the Emax Nanohawk. If you are thinking about buying your own, you can go ahead and click the description below. We have links in there with Emax USA, but it's available from pretty much every single FPV retailer out there right now. As always, like, subscribe, and click that bell if you want to stay notified to more Unboxed RC videos. Until next time, I'm Dave, this is Unboxed RC, and we'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.